take the red pill, you stay in Wonderland, and I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes.
Damn, Perk did this?
I don't need no one to save me. I was born to be the greatest. All that time in that basement, all that time isn't wasted. Rapping getting faded. I just wanna tell my mom that I made it. Just wanna be the topic of the conversation. Used to rock the gold plated. Now I'm wearing gold chains like I'm famous.
What is going on, everybody? Happy Monday, March 13th. You see the title, you see the thumbnail. This is a special day today. Today is birthday for one of the most influential content creators. Whether you agreed or disagree with him, his popularity and his prowess in when it comes to interrelationship dynamics definitely is bar none. So I definitely appreciate you all taking the time to be here with me. And while we wait on our special guest, just want to really just talk to you all a little bit about my thoughts on the late great Kevin Samuels here. Let me know if the music is a little bit too loud. If the music is too loud, just let me know, all. But again, I definitely appreciate you all for being here. Today's definitely a special day, and definitely got some content that I'm going to be reviewing with you all. So definitely stay tuned in for that. Let me jump into some of these comments really quick before Dre gets on, because I know once Dre gets on, we're going to get this thing rolling. So let me get to the comments really quick, show y'all some love, man. Happy birthday, Kevin Samuel, R.I.P. Definitely. Shout out to my man, Tim Howard in the building. LB Crypto is in the building, checking in on my man's Kings and Dreams. Long live St. Kev, for sure. Poolman 313, shout out to Detroit. Detroit is in the building. Obviously, Andre will be here soon. How's everyone today? Hope all is well. Rest in power, Kevin Samuels, the Godfather. Yes, absolutely, definitely. Rest in power, brother. Definitely. Jay Fleming is in the building. Good afternoon. Yes, that's right. You on the West Coast. I'm like, it's almost 7:30 here, but yeah, so it's 4:30 there. Make sure that you all hit the like button, hit the notification bell. Definitely share this content. Let's get this out to many people. So, we're definitely gonna have we're definitely gonna have some fun today. Do some reactions. Charles Jones is in the building. Yo. Tevin King. Salute to everyone in the chat and on the panel. Well, panel's not there yet, but I got you. Appreciate you for pulling up, man. Thank you so much. Beach Bum TV's in the building. Yo. Man, my man M3. Salute everyone. Happy birthday, Kevin Samuels. Oh, for sure. Let's see here. Just a tab. Oh, okay. All right, so just a tad bit. Okay, so it's good on my end. It's good on your end. Okay, so let me know if the music is too loud. Let me know. I'll turn it down a little bit. Let me know. Salute to is that Gabrielle? Did I say that right? Hopefully I did say that right. Peace and blessings. Salute to Kings and Dreams for doing this, man. Thank you so much, man. I do this because y'all keep me inspired. The like button has been smashed. Yes, definitely make sure that y'all smash that like button. I definitely appreciate y'all. Share this video. We definitely rocking out. But don't forget, if you see behind me, so there will be a live stream on Kevin Samuels' official channel at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you're on the East Coast, 9 p.m. If you're Central Standard Time, 8 p.m. Mountain, 7, and then West Coast, 6. So definitely make sure that You know, at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you guys tune into Kevin Samuels' channel. All right. I'm just gonna go through some more of these comments. Dre, put a thumbs up if you're ready. Okay. All right. So I got my guests in the building. What's going on, brother?
All right, brother. How's your day going so far?
Man, I am doing well. Man. Oh, you put the
that
bow
is
tie
great.
on. You know what? I was gonna do a bow tie
right.
too, man.
There we go.
Do a bow tie too.
See, great minds think alike. And I got a drink in hand.
Oh man.
And I got a drink in hand.
Listen. I got the cologne in hand, man. So this yes.
What cologne you rocking today?
So I got the Aqua di Gio by
the Aqua di Gio. Yeah.
I don't know if you guys can see this. Hold on, let me try to zoom us in a little bit so you all could take a look. I know, like, I don't know if the letters are coming off right. Can you see this?
You might have to put what I usually do. I put the bottle right in front of my eyes, and then the camera. See what I'm saying? There you go.
Okay, right here. Okay,
that's it.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. What's that you got right there, Dre?
I got the African leather today. African leather. I was like, what do I wear today in honor of Kevin for the grown man?
Okay.
And this African leather, man, this scent is unlike any scent that's out there. Nothing smells like this, man. I got turned on to this one, man, by a female YouTuber, and she lives in Dubai. And man, goodness gracious, it is all that she said it was. I went to that store 3 times to talk myself out of buying it, and I ended up buying it.
Yeah, nice, man, nice.
And today's drink is somebody blessed me with a bottle of Uncle Nearest. Yeah, the whiskey from the brother that actually was the original one that had the recipe for Jack Daniels. He's the brother. And this whiskey line is from his daughter. You can see his daughter's signature at the bottom of it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Hold it right there. Right there is perfect. Yep.
I mean, I'm sorry, his granddaughter. His granddaughter is
at
the bottom. Yeah.
Okay. Nice. Okay. So the family line. Yeah. That's nice. Okay.
Because I do remember that the family had a lawsuit against Jack Daniels going on because of the recipe was originally her great grandfather's, not grandfather, but great grandfather's recipe, and so it looks like they won the lawsuit, and then they went on ahead and used the money to start up Uncle Ernest his own line of whiskey. So shout out to my man that brought it down here for me.
Okay, nice.
Here's the brother Kevin. We miss you. We love you, brother.
Yes, absolutely, man, absolutely. So I have a couple of videos for us to get into. Definitely want to make sure that, like, by at least 5 minutes to 9 Eastern, do a hard stop. So because I know everyone is going to be tuning into his channel to see what's going on there. But before we get started, you and I actually had a conversation the day that he passed. So sorry. Before I continue, let me know if the music is too loud for you, brother.
No, it's perfect. I don't even hear it.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool. All right. So, anyway, so back to what I was saying. So you and I had a conversation the day that Kevin Samuels unfortunately had passed away, and we had a live stream on my channel.
Mm-hmm.
And since then, what would you say about yourself has changed in general? Like, has things changed? Has things developed differently for you? What are your thoughts on that? And you're on mute, by the way.
For me, I can easily say, and let me know if I'm freezing or not. For me, I can easily say that the value of my image. Remember, Kevin Samuels' cameras off was an imaging consultant. That's what he did, and he lived that life. It wasn't that he was pretending his image; it was who he was, and he realized that no matter where we go, our image, especially of people of color, is very important. And what he was trying to do is change our image as one. And by doing that, the first thing he did, he spent 5 years just talking to men, just only 50,000 subscribers. 5 years. Most YouTubers wouldn't even hang around for that long if they only had 50,000 subscribers in 5 years. And then year 5.5, that's when he started really talking to women and try to help women and men together change our image as a people. And so since Kevin has passed, I really am sensitive about the image that I portray in public, especially living in another country, and the image that I portray online. I can't just do everything that everybody does. I can't just say everything that everybody says, because just like Kevin showed us, you have to be aware of your image, especially as a man of color. And so that's one of the things that I picked up from Kevin. And I don't know how other people are, but I watch Kevin Samuels videos at least 3 times a week, sometimes 5 times a week. So I haven't stopped watching his videos, because there's 5 years worth of videos to men that a lot of men never saw. 5 years of Kevin Samuels unwatched videos that hasn't been seen. So that's what I do. I really try to focus on how I carry myself, my vernacular, continue to expand myself as a person, expand myself as a business, how I am as a husband. My image counts on everything, because me and another guy were talking yesterday in a bar, one of the guys that came down. And we were talking, and he's so happy. He's been living here for a few years, and he's got his girlfriend. And I was telling him about my image. And I was saying that even if Andrea never catches me with another woman, her family never catches me with another woman. What if one of you dudes see me out there tricking with another woman? My image is very important. Some dudes could take their image for granted, but I can't afford to, because there are too many men that I'm trying to help take their lives to the next level, whether it be through passports, whether it be through motivation, whether it be through business, whatever it may be. So Kevin definitely taught me the value of, if the mic was mute, what does your image look like, Andre? And I'll say that again. That's my last line. Andre, if the mic was on mute, what does your image look like? And that's how I try to carry myself.
Excellent points, man. Let me just jump into this. Let me jump into the super chat, and then I'm going to read some comments, and then I'm going to get into a video here. So Gabrielle, just make sure I got this right. What's a CA? What's that? What's that currency right there? I'm not really sure what that is.
Let's see. Shout out to Gabrielle, good dude.
Yeah, man, definitely salute. It says salute King, saludos Andre, rest in peace Kevin Samuels. Man, thank you so much for the super chat. Let me jump back into some of these comments before we get the video rolling. I remember where I was at. M3 says turn the music down just a bit. Yes, I did turn it down a little bit. Salute to Sweet
Canadian.
Dreams. I'm sorry.
Canadian
Currency. I should have knew that. I should have known that, man. I got family in Montreal and Toronto. I should have known that. Sorry, that's a party foul on me, man. And I'm not the one who has a drink in hand. I should have known that. Oh man, I'm bugging. I'm used to just seeing like CAN no. So because if it was said CAN, I would have known it right away. That's, it said CA, but anyway, salute Kings and Dreams. Happy birthday, Kevin Samuels. Absolutely. Tripping with Jay. Shout out to Tripping with Jay. Tripping in with you, K&D. Happy birthday, Kevin Samuels, R.I.P. The Godfather. Definitely make sure you guys check out this brother Tripping with Jay channel. He's been all through Mexico, Africa too, the continent of Africa. And next week, Tripping with Jay will be on my channel too, man. So we gonna, man. I got some things lined up for you all, man.
Sound like got some heavy hitters coming.
Yes, sir. Got to get your Red Bull ready for the tribute. Oh man. Let's see here. I think someone else has control of KS account and is having his celebration. Yeah, I mean, I
Yeah.
assume it has to be someone like in the immediate family, so who got access to it. The like button has been smashed. Stefano, good afternoon. LB, yeah, that good stuff. But gotta get the black bottle. Oh, I have the black bottle. So the black bottle, LB. So I have two. See, the black bottle is right here, LB.
Black bottles. Okay.
Yeah, the black bottle is right here. So
There we go. I'm with you, brother.
oh, okay. Ah, there we go. Okay, there we go. As you say, great minds think alike.
Great minds think alike, brother.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So
Good
I got
call on
it.
the black bottle, LB.
Yes, sir. It's showing. Hold on, and he's showing that spinning thing, but y'all missing that Red Bull. Nah, we're good.
No.
No,
Are we going to discuss the Red Bull, or are we going to kind of like let that be the elephant in the room?
I mean, we could, yeah, we gonna have to discuss it at some point. We're gonna have to discuss it at some point, but yeah, we will. Got to get some Tom Ford oud wood. Yeah, I like Tom Ford.
Yeah, I like that oud wood too. I got so much oud though. It's almost like that's the only reason I didn't get Tom's. I got like almost at least 10 different brands of oud because I really like the smell.
Yep, me too. You know, for me, like what I like about cologne, like I try to get like all seasons of cologne, especially living in the Northeast, because some days like it'll shoot up to 60, and then some days it'll shoot back down to like 30. And you like, man, I don't know, you know what I mean? Like I don't know which type of cologne to wear. So it's like
that's true.
Yeah, so that's why I'm like, you know what? If I could wear something where I can basically have that all year round, that's what I like to keep around. But I do have Creed, and I wear that like typically like around like late November, December, you know, when I know like the weather's not gonna switch up on me, or at least I hope it won't. Salute, gentlemen. Definitely shout out to you, Top Gun. Milano, the travel bloggers in the building, good stuff. Make sure that you all hit the like button. Let's see here.
Yeah, I made sure I did.
Yep. He says, salute Kings and Dreams and love crossing borders.
Salute.
Let's see. All right. So everyone's saluting each other. All right. All right, man. I appreciate you all popping in here, man. Absolutely. Our image is very important. Glad to see brothers take it serious. You have to take it serious. Especially in this space, because a lot of things get misconstrued, and especially right now, due to the unfortunate passing of Kevin, the whole travel community is under scrutiny. So it's like one mistake. Oh, look right there. You see, he's going for X tourism and all that. You know what I mean? So that's all you need. So I just watched one earlier, one of Kev's videos. Canadian dollar, yes, you all right. Yep. Okay, thank you. Okay, I'm in Canada. All right, thank you so much, man. See here. Salute. Cool, man. Okay, you guys are talking to each other. Peace to you, bro. Shout out to my fat bro, Felice Gumbale. I think it's his daughter.
That's what I was thinking.
I think so too. Yeah, I think so too. I was gonna say his mom, but I don't know if his mom. I know his mom is a little like elderly, so she may not be like technically that savvy. R.I.P. to Felicia Jordan. I know Felicia Jordan, like her mom, like wasn't like internet savvy and stuff. And shout out to Gail at Night. Gail at Night, definitely helped put things together on the back end for us. 100%.
Yes, she did.
That's good stuff. Yeah, LB, I told you we had it. I didn't know Dre had it, but but it's cool that we both had it too. Red Bull, yeah, Red Bull equals heart problem. Yeah, we gonna get to that. We gonna get to that.
Yeah.
Detroit weather. LOL.
It is at 313 weather.
But yeah. Vegas in the building. Yes, absolutely.
Shout out to Vega.
Yep. So definitely make sure that you subscribe to my guest Andre Love Crossing Borders. That is his channel right there. Definitely make sure that you hit that link. And typically on Fridays he has Drake in hand, but today's a special day, birthday for the late great Kevin Samuels. We are going to get into our first video, and you mentioned something about black men and image, right? And so, I think that it's important because black men in general, but I'm gonna go to our community. We need to know that we do belong, and so let me play this video here. All right, let me all know when you can see my screen.
Muy bien.
Okay. All right, fair use, fair use. Hold on.
Men right now. Got to talk to black men right now about something that's of serious import. Black men, you belong there too. You belong here too. I did a broadcast the other day about being in a room with powerful men and beautiful women. And I didn't disclose the location because I'm just not going to tell everybody about where I go in my life. But going to this cocktail party after going to this event, and I said that there were no black men in the room. There were no black men in the room. There were black women. There were many people in there the room was full of professional folks. And I will take that back. There was 2 black men there. They were working the event. And something that I've noticed, that from the first time I actually put on a tuxedo and went to a corporate event, I worked with this company in Houston. It was in the Woodlands. I was working as a research technician, catalyst technician. Actually helped put together a patent for removing sulfur from catalysts. Put it this way, I'm a smart dude. The pilot plant I worked at, the research that I did, revolutionized surfactant technology. All you need to know is I ain't no dumb dude. So I'm at this event for this small research company that was multi-million-dollar company, international company. And I go, and I remember being a young 20-something-year-old black man. And I walk into this room with nothing but older white people. There was one Hispanic-ish guy there, and he was an engineer that worked at the lab I worked at. So the people that worked at the lab knew me, but the people from headquarters, they didn't necessarily know me. They may have known of me, but they didn't necessarily know me. And I will never forget, I'm in this event, and it's black tie. I'm in my tuxedo, looking like $1 million. Black James Bond in this motherfucker. And obviously, everybody that attended brought their wife or their husband or their +1. I actually rode solo to the event. And as I'm sitting there talking to the CEO of the company about the research that I had done that was leading to groundbreaking innovations that led to patents and millions of dollars for this company, I actually had an older white woman come up and ask me for a glass of champagne. Now, she didn't ask me where the champagne was. She asked me for a glass of champagne. some of you may be like, well, what's the problem? Some of you guys may be like, well, what's the problem with that? She asked me for a glass of champagne because she thought I worked there. She thought I was just like she thought I was one of the helpers there, one of the servants there, because the only black men that were there, hold on, the only black men that were there were actually the servers. Dang. Yep, that's what it was. That's the only black men that were there. Now, funny thing is, when I went to the event, the black men that were there were kind of like, oh, what's up, bro? What's up? Okay, we see you. Okay. You know, how we give each other that head nod and shit like that. You know how we do that. You know, those brothers were kind of like, oh, man, proud to see you up in this mug. What the hell? What is going on, man? All right, I got to get this fixed. The brothers that were there, they were kind of like, we see you. Like, we proud to see you up in here, man. You up in here doing your thing, because this was a big deal.
All right, so let me kind of stop it right there. You know, interestingly enough, Bray, what are your thoughts so far? Because when we get to, at least for me, and I know you can probably speak to this as well, me being in biotech, right, where the higher the ladder you go, the more less melanated you see, and it's unfortunate, especially in the corporate world. I don't know if you're on mute or not, Dre.
No, I'm listening to you. You said
okay.
Especially in the corporate world.
Yeah,
I was waiting for you to finish your statement.
Okay. Yeah. So what I was saying is that the higher the ladder that you climb, you know, when it comes to like executive leadership, it starts to become a little bright up there. You know what I mean? And so,
correct.
You know, and so the thing is, I love this title because the title, when I saw this, I was like, yeah, like this is something that, I mean, you know, unfortunately, you know, Kevin passed, but this is something I actually wanted to talk about in general, just the title alone, that yes, like black men, you do belong there as well. And then you could go ahead.
One of my favorite, and I've mentioned this several times, Reginald Lewis. Anytime you guys get a chance, look up Reginald Lewis. He was the first black billionaire. He purchased Nabisco, died at 51 years old. He was married to an Asian woman. In between her a successful family and his success, they were able to buy Nabisco at that time period. And the one thing that I can say, my favorite book outside of Viktor Frankl's Man's Search for Meaning is Reginald Lewis's Why Should White Men Have All the Fun? You guys hear me say that all the time of that book. So anytime you got a chance, you can even look at it listen to it for free on YouTube. Why Should White Men Have All the Fun by Reginald Lewis. And this is what Kevin was saying. We belong in these spaces. And I'm going to take it to the travel space because, you know, I'm living outside the country.
Sure.
A lot of times I go through that. A lot of the spaces that I go to that are the 5-star spaces in other countries, the 4-star spaces, the best. If I'm going clubbing, I'm going to the best clubs where everything is VIP. And I don't see too many brothers up in there. I really don't. Now, if I went down to the reggae club down the street, or if I went into Zone 1 to the salsa club down there, I can hang out with brothers and sisters all day long. If I go to a particular city here in Colombia or any part of South America, I find myself being maybe one of 10 brothers and sisters that's in that location that's not working. Once again, like Kevin said, not working. So even in my travel experiences, I know exactly what he's talking about as far as you being the standout in order to live life on a different plane. But the problem is this: a lot of us make the mistake of, because it's so bright at the top, we decide to tumble back down into the darkness, if you know what I mean. We'd
Absolutely.
rather be among our people that don't have much than to be among the bright that have much. And so that's what the problem is that I find. Travel, I see that Kevin mentioned that he was dealing with that situation. And at the same time, even when I used to go to fundraisers in the States, and I used to go to nonprofit programs in the States, and it would be suits and ties. I kid you not, the exact same thing. A few brothers, a few sisters, unless I'm going to the NAACP event fundraiser or a fundraiser for a school teacher of the year or things like that. But when I used to go to political fundraisers, I didn't see too many brothers and sisters. And so once again, Kevin is letting us know, or had let us know, that we deserve not only to have the best image of ourselves, but to use that best image to get to the next plane. And we should not be ashamed or embarrassed to be on the next plane. What Kevin was trying to get us ready for was not this generation. I'm going to say it again. Kevin Samuels was not sent for this generation. Kevin Samuels was getting us ready to present things for the next generation, our sons and our sons' sons, our daughters and our daughters' daughters' images. So our sons will be comfortable with walking in certain spaces that are brighter, but they don't have a problem with walking in those spaces. And our daughters feel comfortable with being among certain groups without feeling uncomfortable. That's what Kevin was trying to get us comfortable with. But too many of us are tumbling back into the darkness of what's familiar and what's comfortable. And that's one of the things that's hurting us as a people. What's familiar and what's comfortable is what's hurting us, not necessarily the brightness of being the only brother or sister in the room. And it's sad. It's so sad.
You absolutely right, and I completely agree with you wholeheartedly. You mentioned with the travel, like the travel space, and how things are in, for you, in Cali, Colombia. I did an interview last month. I believe it was January. It might have been, yeah, it was January. It's before my birthday, with Hanada Lopez in Brazil, and she was mentioning that there's certain parts of Rio where she would try to get her friends to come, who are Afro-Brazilian, and they wouldn't want to go. They would want to stay near the, near, like, I guess what would be like the equivalent of like a Strata 1 or a Strata 2,
Mhm.
maybe even a Strata 3, which is kind of, I guess, in the middle. But like definitely, between 1 and 3. And it's like if you go 4 through 6, it's like it's like frowned upon. And it's like, why would you want to, it's kind of like, why would you want to just like stay in the dirt, so to speak? And maybe that may come off wrong, but my overall talking point is that why not try to elevate yourself? One of my good friends, and like he has like he has so many clothes, so many pairs of sneakers and all this stuff. And I'm like, dude, you got to get at least like 3 or 4 suits, man. And like every pair of Jordan know the man. And I'm like, dude, like, you're older than me, man. And I'm like, I understand Jordans and all that. I like that too, but you got to have a diverse way of dressing. And not only that, but when you wear certain clothing, it kind of makes you feel different too. I don't know for you, but for me, it definitely does.
Correct. I have a different walk. I have a different behavior. I have different expectations of other people, and other people have different expectations of me. When I wear certain attire, I have certain expectations of people that come into my sphere. When I have certain attires, they have, and it's not necessarily just a suit. It is being clean. It is being groomed. It is your behavior pattern. So we're not just saying that, okay, everybody needs to run out and purchase suits, but we are saying that you need to be aware of your image. If your image is only, if you look at your closet right now, guys, in all sincerity, gentlemen, once this stream is over, in the next stream of Kevin Samuels is done, if you guys take time out this evening, when you get ready to shower and get ready for bed, look in your closet. And if your son or grandson or your nephew, or if your teacher, if any of your students can wear most of your clothes, something is wrong with your closet. I'll say that again. If your nephew and your son and your grandson and the kids down the street can wear most of your attire, and I'm not talking about by way of size, I'm talking about by way of style, then you need to make adjustments to what's in your wardrobe. And here's the kicker. You don't have to be ashamed to do that. That's what Kevin was trying to get black men to realize for 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
You deserved, once again, you deserve to be among the elite. That's why I don't use the term passport bros as much as I use the elite travelers or passport elite, because that's who I am. I'm not a passport bro. I'm not a passport king. I am a passport elite. My passport should be made of gold. That's who I am. And that's how all of you are, and that's how you should treat yourself. And that's what Kevin was trying to get us to realize. Once again, back to Reginald Lewis. Why should white men have all the fun? Not one black person has been able to answer that question for me or for Reginald Lewis. Why should you let white men have all the fundraisers? Why should white men have all the golf courses and all the bowling alleys and all the tennis courts? Why the white men should be a part of all the fundraisers? Why should they have all the businesses? Why should they have a decent vernacular and diversity? They listen to just as much, if not more, hip hop than we do. You caught that?
Right. Yeah.
They go to more hip hop concerts. They buy more hip hop streams than we ever have, from the beginning of hip hop. And yet and still, they know how to listen to hip hop with a black tie on. Why do they have to be the only ones that listen to hip hop with a black tie on, and we can only listen to hip hop with Jordans on?
Right. Big facts. Big facts. Let me play a few more minutes of this video, and then I'm gonna go to the next one here.
Like Exxon and Mobil, huge multinational oil conglomerates were our clients. And little old bitty me, Kevin Samuels from Oklahoma, was in the room with all these high-powered corporate executives, all these folks, and they were asking me questions. I was the man. It was about me. And then in one, damn it, I'm sorry, guys, this is bothering me.
Kevin,
in one instance, everything crystallized when this older white woman comes by and asks me for a glass of champagne, because black man in a tuxedo, you must be part of the help. Now understand, the tuxedos, the other black men that worked there weren't in tuxedos. I was the best dressed man in the room. But yeah. And the CEO was mortified because it was one of the vice president's wife that actually approached me. Yep, one of the vice president's wives approached me, asked me for the glass of champagne. And the CEO said, "Oh, this is Kevin Samuels. He works for us. He's in the catalyst, he's in the research lab, and blah, 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 blah." And this lady's face was just like, oh my God, I'm so embarrassed. And, but the fact of the matter is, I could have got pissed off. I could have went Malcolm X on him, part of me wanted to, but you know what? The way I decided to handle it was even better. I asked her, yeah. I asked her, why would you ask me for a glass of champagne when the bar is over there? Why would you ask me for a glass of champagne when the bar is over there? The reason she asked me for the glass of champagne is because she didn't think I belonged there. There's no way I could belong there. There's no way I was supposed to be in this room in one of the richest suburbs in the United States of America. There's no way I was supposed to be in this room with engineers and financiers. You know, there's no way I was supposed to be in this little bitty high dollar organization. My work proved that I belong there. My results, my outcomes proved that I belong there. But you know what had to actually also prove it? My mindset. I didn't get mad. I didn't get angry. I checked her in an appropriate way. And I remembered that. I'm not going to ever let anybody make me feel as though I don't belong. And that is what I see far too often with Black men. We don't want to go to places, these upper echelon places, because you're afraid that you don't belong. There's a fear there that you don't belong, that some shit like that, some fuck shit's gonna happen. Well, let me tell you something. Your ancestors built this country. This country is what it is because of ADOS, because of the slave trade. We know the history of this country. There's not a place in this country where we don't belong. So I walk in everywhere like I belong.
I'm gonna just stop it right there. Just kind of going back into what one of the last things that he said. We though as a people don't want to go to places where it's the upper echelon, kind of like what I was saying, right? And what you were saying too, where you'll be like a strata 5 or 6 there, but if you go to strata 1 or 2, strata 1 and 2 for people who don't know, that means like kind of like the ghetto or the barrio, whatever you want to call it. And then 5 and 6 is like, like what do you call that? Upper class, where the upper class live. So where people are just comfortable kind of just being in their barrio or the lower tier stratas, they don't want to go and venture out. Why not venture out? And another thing I liked what he said was that he kept his cool, and he checked her in a way where he said, okay, but why are you asking me for a drink when the bar is right there? She was already embarrassed. He made her feel more embarrassed. But if he would have started yelling and all that, then now that would have made him look bad. Not only that, but the fact that he's a man, she's a woman, but would have made it even 10 times worse is the fact that he's a Black man and she's a white woman. And I'll leave it there.
What I liked about what Kevin said is he acknowledged and he knew when he walked in that room, and he walked in solo. And it's kind of funny because listen to some of his other episodes, he never did that again. Once he got to that level, lesson was learned. Never go into a fundraising event without a +1.
Mm-hmm.
And Kevin told the story when he actually I love the story what Kevin said. He said he went to another fundraising event and he was single. He said, so he went and got a pay for play.
Yep.
He said, but it wasn't a pay for play to play with. It was a play for play to play with the minds of those that were in that room.
Right.
He said, exactly. So he said, so I'm in there. She's top notch. He said it cost me, I think he said it cost him, this female cost him like 3,000. I'm gonna paraphrase. I think it was like 28.
It was 3K. Yeah, I remember the story vividly.
He said that but she was top notch, educated, just the best of the best pay for play that you can get.
Right.
And he said that everybody loved him And he said, I went into the men's room to use the bathroom. He said, and the CEO walked in. Now, I don't know if it was the same CEO or a different one. He said, but I'm in the men's room, and the CEO, he goes to one stall on the other one side. I'm on a stall on the other side of the room. And the CEO mentions, oh, I see you with so-and-so tonight. She's a good girl, blah, 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 blah. Your money was well spent. And the CEO walked out. And Kevin said, after that moment, being among the top notch, now I'm going to make this full circle in a second, being among the top notch, he said, I start getting calls from different, from my boss, who got calls from his boss, who got calls from his boss, who got calls from the CEO. He said, because I had brought a +1 with me, and fortunately, a particular type of +1, the CEO knew that I thought on a plane, not like the average person. What am I saying? What am I going full circle with this? Kevin could have blown up his first black tie event with the company. He's in his young 20s, black man, raised by a single mother from the state of Oklahoma, small town in Oklahoma, could have easily been the stereotypical brother, Negro, ninja, could have been snide with his remarks, didn't know who this woman was at that moment, could have been snide with his remarks, could have done anything to tarnish his image with that company. But he didn't. And so when he learned from his first black tie event, went to the next black tie event with a +1. And guess what? It opened up doors for him. Sometimes God is trying to bring us as brothers to some of the events that we deserve to be in. We built this country. We deserve to be in certain areas. If there's an event in the White House, you deserve to be there. Who built it? Brothers. If it's a Charles Schwab or an event with Wells Fargo, you deserve to be there. Wells Fargo and Charles Schwab built themselves off the backs of brothers and sisters. There are so many companies that you don't realize that you deserve to be there before the brightest ones deserve to be there, if you know what I mean by brightness.
Yep.
So never be ashamed, but learn like Kevin did. He didn't blow up. It could have blew up in his face, but he didn't. It's the same thing. I've gone through those exact same moments to where I had a choice. I could be a ninja or I could be a black man. And I decided to be a black man. And I'm going to end it with this story. I remember I was on a YouTube channel, and the woman tried to shame me, embarrass me for moving to Colombia and marrying a Colombian wife. And she was coming at me and so forth. Now, at that moment, and she was Latin too, I could have gone ham. I played cool. And like Kevin said, I wanted to be ninja, but I realized it wouldn't work. It wouldn't help in the long run. And I'm gonna tell you something. I think I told you guys this story. It ate me up for a couple of months because I wanted to go back on that channel and go ninja. I said, Dre, that's not what you want to do. And I received an email from one of you guys months later. Andre, I saw you on so-and-so's channel on that live stream that one day. And I saw how you carried yourself when she said something slick out the mouth. He said, I want to say thank you. Thank you for carrying yourself in a positive light as a man, as a traveler, and continue to showing us an example, image of how a man is supposed to be in a stressful or surprising situation, man. He said, thank you for that. That was a healing moment for me regarding that moment.
Right.
But what if I had blown up, just like Kevin said? What if Kevin had blown up? He could have got lost his job because that was one of the CFOs or the COOs or the CEOs' wives. He could have did anything that could have harmed him. But at the end of the day, he didn't. He learned from it. He brought a +1. And the +1, I bet you, was showing him, now this who you maneuver with. I know him right there. Because if she knew the CEO behind the scenes. You better believe she knew a couple of other people in that crowd behind the scenes to help Kevin maneuver through that crowd. And so that's what I'm going to end it with. That is that he's absolutely correct. We deserve it. And I want to end it, but there's a couple more things that he said. He said, your results will prove that you deserve to be in that room, and your mindset will prove that you deserve to be in that room also.
Agreed. Well said, brother. Well said, man. Let's go to the next video. You mentioned the travel community, so we're definitely gonna get into that one. And this one is a video. Shout out to my sister, or our sister Chantel Simone. Fair use again.
Shout out
Fair
to
use.
sister. I love her. She's good people.
Yep, absolutely. So she did this clip, and this is a clip over Kevin Samuels, and it just explains why men are getting their passport. You know, whether you want to call yourself a blue book gentleman, passport bro, passport king, passport OG. I like to just say the travel community. Because here's the thing, right? You know, you look at hip hop. You look at hip hop, and there's different sectors of hip hop. Like you got conscious rap, right? You got like rappers like Common. You got rappers like oh my gosh, my goodness, like De La Soul. You know, like that conscious type of rap. You know, then you got now you got like you got like your Nas's and and then you got like the Uzi verse, the drill rap. You know what I mean? So it's all this one umbrella, but it's different tiers. If you understand what I'm trying to say. Oh yeah, absolutely correct. Yep. That's the beauty of hip hop. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. So this is the video by Chantel Simone and fair use.
So I saw this video of Kevin Samuels from May of 2020. And though he's not speaking specifically of the passport bros, he is doing a great job of explaining why men are fed up of dating modern women. This video thoroughly explains why men are choosing to get their passport. Ladies, hold on to your wigs, because this right here is a triggering conversation. Y'all, don't forget to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and share this video with someone who needs to hear this message. Also, please leave your thoughts in the comments section, because I'm curious to hear what you guys have to say.
Has anyone read the book Atlas Shrugged?
No.
The concept is simple. Black men have built this country. This built on the black. I heard Vivica Fox and them talk about the women were getting beat and all that other stuff. Like you weren't getting beat like black men. Black women and black men, while we were in bondage, were not treated the same. Knock that shit off. Black men are always expected to step out in front, take the slings and arrows and the bullets, such and so forth. And all they want is a place to lay their head and hear you say, baby, I love you. It's going to be all right. I got you. But black men, when they deal with black women, can't even get a motherfucking moment of peace. Matter of fact, black women are so proud of this shit. Monique made a comedy bit about it. He said Becky will have an argument with her man at night, but in the morning she'll be like, hey, buddy, love you. Here's your eggs and such and so forth. Give him a little blowjob because she know he got to get out there and compete. No, but a black woman wake her ass up early in the morning, takes 3 shots of Red Bull, 2 cups of coffee to talk shit to you all the way until you get in your car, call you on the way there, and be bothering you while you're in your office, fucking with you.
Little white couple have an argument in the morning time. She gonna cut that shit short. Because she don't want to fuck with him. He got to go make that paper. She's going to say, hey. All that shit I said, I'm sorry. And I love you. Have a wonderful day at work. And I'll call you. It's wonderful. Not our black ass. We don't give a fuck about having no argument in the morning time. You gotta go make that motherfucking paper. We gonna say our shit. Then your black ass try to walk out the door like you done ended the motherfucking argument. Oh no, nigga, it ain't over. I'm coming to your motherfucking job. Can I speak to James, please?
How many black men?
Well, first of all, why does it have to be James? Oh man, but
while he was speaking, Jay, I was
Yeah.
actually ordering the book. I was just ordering the book Atlas Struggle.
Okay.
So guys that want to know, this book, if it's available on Amazon, and it's actually called Atlas Struggle by Ayn Rand, and this AYN Rand. I'm sorry, RAND Rand. Ayn Rand, which is in this Atlas Struggle.
Say that one more time.
It's Ayn Rand. AYN is the first name, and Rand is RAND, and the book is called Atlas Struggle. Okay. And it's about the life of heroes and villains and so forth, and the struggles that you go through with being that people don't understand.
Right. Absolutely. So moderators, if I posted the title of the book, if you could find a link for that, if you could post that in the chat, please, if you don't mind.
I'm gonna put it in the private so you can post it.
Okay. The link?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
So you can post it. Yeah.
Okay.
I said, let me go ahead and order this because I've heard him say that before, but I didn't know what the name of the book was. Mm-hmm. But now that I heard it again, I'm like, okay, Atlas Struggle. And even when you look it up, just put in Atlas Struggle on Google, the same book will show up several times. So it's not a different book.
Okay, gotcha. All right. Yeah. I mean, just kind of going back into what Monique was saying, and I know obviously she's a comedian, but when it comes to comedy, there's truth in the matter, and so it's interesting how how the non-melanated woman apologizing to her guy and giving him a kiss before he goes to work. It seems like that's frowned upon, but then the woman basically wanting to continue to have the argument, it only shows the result of why there's this now like there is this really the whole travel movement it's a volcano that's basically has erupted, where now men are just like, they're frustrated. Men are realizing their value, and they're not dealing with that nonsense. They're not like, I understand, there are some men that ain't about nothing, but I'm talking about the men who are about something. So those men don't want to deal with the back and forth nonsense, and we have to get ready to go to work hard, got to compete at work, especially if you are in a especially like if you're in a top position, the higher the position you are, the more people that are coming for you. So the thing is that men, we need peace. So if we're not able to get peace, we're going to take our talents abroad. I'll leave it there for now.
Take myself off mute.
Okay, yeah, go ahead, brother.
Yeah, but a lot of times you get to the point. Let's put it like this: you got dudes like me that is 55, going on 56 years old, mm-hmm. and some of you guys are in your 30s, and you can get away with things that us older guys can't get away with. Mm-hmm. The number one thing that you can get away with is you can throw away time. Right. You can, if you're in your 30s and you're 35 years old, you can burn through 5 years of doing stupidity, and you're just 40 years old. If you're 25, you can burn through 5 years of stupidity, and you're still just 30. I burned through 5 years of stupidity. I'm 60 years old, 61. So when it comes to doing things differently, moving differently, it's not about physically, I'm older. I still get around and do some of the things. Actually, right before the live stream, I just ran 3 miles. That's why I had to text James. Okay, James, I'm about to jump in the shower real quick. I'll be on the live stream. So I'm still physically out there just exercising and doing a lot of things. And just on a bit of trivia, a lot of people don't know that Kevin Samuels in his private life was actually a cycle class trainer. He actually in his gym, he was the instructor for the cycle classes. So when you sit back, you got a 6'4", 6'5" brother teaching people with cycle classes in his 50s. Don't be surprised that when I say that it's not about the body that we can't keep, that you shouldn't waste time, but it's about time that you shouldn't waste.
Right.
And so realize, just like you were saying, Jay, you just have to make your moves just have to be a lot wiser as you grow older. And hopefully a lot of dudes start making wise moves while they're younger.
Yeah, absolutely. I completely agree. I mean, and one of the things that, excuse me, that you had said earlier when we were watching the first video, you were saying that Kevin was not getting us prepared for this generation, but actually the following generation, right? So like my son is going to be 9 years old in May. So me getting my son ready, and so my son could get his son or daughter and daughter ready. And I believe that wholeheartedly, because the thing is that when this information gets passed down, the internet is going to be around forever. So I wouldn't be surprised within the next 10 years or so, you start to see Kevin Samuels videos being broken down in colleges or universities or things of that sort.
Absolutely.
Right. So and maybe even our videos, us talking about traveling, us talking about the travel community, why we do travel, and some of us are frustrated when it comes to the dating and relationship. So some of us are frustrated because of the financial aspect. Everything is going up, and I hear you make the joke about eggs, but the truth of the matter is, as I said with Monique, right? People laugh, but there's truth of that matter. So the thing is like, who wants to spend $8-9 on eggs? No, you know what I mean? No, we don't want to do that. And the rent is going up. I mean, shoot, born and raised in Brooklyn, New York City, man, you can't even get a decent apartment. I know I saw Raising here in Brownsville for no less than, let's say, $1,700 a month. And this is in Brownsville, Brooklyn. That's the worst part of Brooklyn.
I mean, prices are going so up. Even in Florida, I had a white couple hit me up today. Mm-hmm. Andre, we've been following your content, whether you realize it or not. We'd like to do a consultation with you because we want to move to Colombia, and we just want to do it in a proper way. We've been watching your life, seeing what you're doing. You're doing it the safe way. You've never exposed a situation that you were in danger. How are you doing this? Can you show us? So now it's starting to veer off into not about just black and white. It's starting to veer off. The passport bro movement is starting to showcase itself among couples,
mm-hmm.
whether they be black or white or not. Now couples are starting to see what we're doing. It was one thing to kiki kaka at us, but now it's another thing to sit back and watch. Well, let me watch what these these gentlemen are doing for a minute before I criticize them. And all of a sudden, they're starting to hear our statistics of how we're living, how we're buying property, how we're learning other languages, how we're traveling from one city to another city, or we're traveling from one country to another country as if we're taking a Greyhound bus. How are these guys doing this? How are they doing it online? So now, like you said, we're not just, and that goes back to Kevin, an image. We have to come to the reality as passport bros or passport elite or blue book gentlemen or passport kings, that we're laying a foundation for Americans to follow our blazed trail. Mm-hmm. We're blazing the trail through the snow between the United States and other countries, and they're looking at us. They're not looking at their fellow white people anymore. They're not looking at because let's look at it for what it is. Brothers and sisters make everything look cool.
Mm-hmm.
We make everything look like it's going to be fun. We make everything looks like it's accomplishable. And so now you got brothers and sisters making travel, putting that swag on travel now. Nobody that's never existed before.
Right.
Since the time period of Genghis Khan and the Moors going to Italy and so forth.
Right. Something just popped into my head, right? Do you remember the Chappelle show? There was this skit, and it was a skit. Was basically where Dave Chappelle he's working at McDonald's or McDonald's or whatever, and it's called Calvin's Got a
The
Job.
Calvin.
Yeah, Calvin's Got a Job.
Based
right?
off the commercial.
Right, exactly. So the thing is that growing up, like the big accomplishment was, you finish high school. If you don't want to go to college, you get a good job, you get an apartment or house, you get a wife or whatever, and you live the American dream. Boom, right? That's it. Now, as you mentioned, we're passing this information down to our youth, where our youth becomes our age and passes it down to their youth because, so we just get an apartment and a house and a wife, and we just stay in the United States where 72% of people only move 250 miles from where they're born. So that's only 3 or 4 hours. That's not even the whole state of California. That's like half of California, by the way. So for anyone of my East Coast people, that's 4 hours in the West Coast. I know on the East Coast, 4 hours is a long, you're going through a couple of multiple states. That's from New York, you're going all the way down to like Virginia. But in California, no, you're going to Southern California to Central California. But back to what I'm saying. So the thing is that now with my son, now he can tell his son or daughter, like, once you become an adult, you can get your passport and you can get property abroad. And if you decide to live abroad for, live in this country for 6 months and go to another country for 6 months, or if you want to get property in all of these different continents, you can, because you do have your passport. So what I'm saying is that this passport thing is beyond the woman. It's evolving. It's evolving in our society as a whole. So I wanted to make sure I brought everything full circle so that you understand, Dre, and people who are watching understand, and people who are watching this stream later understand. It's not just, the white picket fence and you got the house and all that. No, you can have a whole bunch of white picket fences due to the fact that you have your passport. You don't necessarily have to be making $250,000 annually. You could be, you can. There's multiple ways to skin a cat. And the fact that we have this information that is put to us where people can watch a Love Crossing Borders, people can watch a Tailor Made Dreams, Zoom to Thailand, Flyboy Way, Kings and Dreams, Tripping with Jay, all of us in here. You know what I mean? Like, this information is going to be passed down where we can really have a way. We have a new wave, and I see the light at the end of the tunnel. I just wanted to say that.
Oh, absolutely. I agree with you at 100%. To sit back and know that, in Andre and I case, to sit back and know that as soon as we have a child, that child is born with 2 passports.
Say that.
If when we move to another country, that child is born with 3 passports. But here's the kicker, Jay. Our parents, God bless them, they never even thought like that.
Right.
And so now we have something, we have a tradition, because they often say all the traditions of the Black community have been passed on, whether it be the recipes, all the recipes have gone, all our traditions have been laid. Now the new tradition of travel and languages and global investments will be passed down to your son, to my children, to the children of the people in the chat. And all of a sudden, it'll be a whole new dynamic. So with the day that I pass on, our children will have property in multiple countries. It'll be nothing to them.
Right.
It'll be nothing to them. It won't be, well, the elite or the rich in the United States have Tom Brady and Usher and all those entertainers and actors and sports figures. Well, they have property in multiple countries. No, so do I.
Yep.
It's easy for us to now be in that position, and that's the new tradition.
Right.
And that's when you and I say that it's bigger than the ladies, it's bigger than partying. That part is fun.
Yeah.
But what's coming down the turnpike is for the next generation is we want to make what we was considered norm to us norm for the next following generation, especially for those of color, to be comfortable with the fact that if it ain't working for you in the States, don't worry, brother. Passport it is. And it's nothing. It's nothing to them, just like it's nothing to us. And I'm so excited about that.
Right. Yeah, man. Shout out to Jay Fleming. I meant to put your name in that mix too, man. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, definitely, man. So let's okay, we have about 15 minutes left. So let's wrap the rest of this video up, and then I have a little bit of one more, and then we'll close out.
They're pulled up. I have done this thing. Pulled up to your house where you pay the goddamn bills, where you're the cost to be the boss. You're paying for everything for her, even her kid. And you got black men who sit in the driveway in their own house crying because they know what they're about to go into. If they love that woman enough to fucking sit there and stay, and they can't get a bit of cooperation, submission, just act right. Other people see this. Other groups of women see this. Do you think other groups of women look at how black women act and envy you? Who else is trying to act like black women?
It burns. It burns.
Maybe not no look, one. Act. The men of the market. We get to decide. You better find out what the market wants. You don't go to the market and say, shit, here's what it is, nigga, buy it. And then get mad when they keep their money in their pocket and say, I'd rather starve. And then when you're 40 years old, you decide you want to come back and say, you know what? Now I want to be feminine. What you want, black man? What you been looking for? Now, of course, I'd have been out here and done so many dicks. And I may have a kid or two. I'm in debt. I got all these things going on with me, and I'm not that young girl I was. I'd have put on some weight. We know all the statistics, and now you expect those men that you served shit and passed over. So now when you're 40 and got no options, because you damn sure realize they ain't want you, expect them to buy you because you lower the price and say, "Oh, I'm gonna be feminine now. I'm gonna be submissive now," and they say, "No, I'll just go ahead and skip on to these younger ones over here." That's what you young girls need to realize. While you're young right now, you better figure out what men want if that's what you want to be long term. Because if not, be prepared to work for the rest of your life until you die. Look at what COVID has showed you.
Man, whew. Thoughts? You're on mute if you're speaking, Dre.
Yeah, absolutely. I said, just think about the pandemic for many women was a wake-up call of what it would be like to be 50, 60, and 70 years old, a single woman with a dog, and there is no male assistance available. Most of your male, you can't call a ex-boyfriend, could you come up to the house and move this furniture for me? He can't come. COVID got him shut down.
Mm-hmm.
Or you know, hey, my brother, you know, hey, Leroy, what you doing? Nothing. Could you come into the house and I need somebody to fix this refrigerator? Leroy on lockdown, just like the rest of us. It ain't his day to be rolling out the house. So Leroy can't. So women came to a reality during the pandemic of what 50, 60, and 70 years old is like without male intervention. It is like Kevin said several times on his live stream that it was sad. And I know some of you guys can attest to see women in grocery stores confused when water was gone, when paper towel was gone, when you're a woman and you're 5'4" and you're only 135 pounds and you're trying to maneuver through crowds with shopping carts and they could push you out of the way at will.
Yeah,
it was just a reality check that whole time period of the pandemic, and this the saddest part of the pandemic when it came to women. Yeah, it went in one ear out the other. Right. That whole what they experienced, they forgot all about. It was as if they were the like the Egyptians coming out of with Moses. They forgot all about what God had done in Egypt, And when it came to time to spread the Red Sea and open up more doors for them, they forgot all about that.
Right. Yep, they definitely did. They really did forget about, they really did forget about it. And I mean, like even though like there's there's protocol for COVID, but you just never know what else can happen. What else can happen that'll be tragic. So I just think, no, I don't think, I know that modern women, not just sisters, modern women in general need to really get it together, because if something like that or worse happens, like it's man, it's going to be really, really bad. You mentioned, a 5'4" woman, 130, 125, 130 pounds, whatever, and you got, you got all these men that, that are going for the paper towel. Like she's not going to be able to get anything. She's not going to be able to get anything. And it's going to be really sad for her. And, and one of the things is that a lot of these ladies here, they feel extremely entitled. And one of the reasons why brothers are going abroad, because these women are a lot more humbler. And again, a woman's going to be a woman anywhere. So of course, yes, there's going to be disagreements and things of that sort. Like, let's all keep it real here. But the thing about it is that, like, when you come home, you're going to get a home cooked meal. Let me tell you something, Dre. So there's a video. I'm going to try to pull it up, but we're running low on time, so I don't want to try to pull it up. But basically what the video is a video on Instagram, and this guy, he works 2 jobs, right?
Right.
He comes home from one of his jobs. His wife is eating some pizza. And
I saw it.
Okay, so you know what I'm talking about.
I saw it yesterday for the first time.
Okay. Yeah. Well, so just in case for the people in the chat, just to paint context, let me continue on with my story. The gentleman comes home, his wife is eating pizza, and basically the pizza is completely, eaten. She has like one slice left, and she offers him a piece of her pizza. So a piece of her pizza, not a whole slice for himself. So the guy's frustrated. He's like, I work 2 jobs. I take care of all the bills. You don't have to worry about anything. All I'm asking for is some food. While the woman is chewing, she's like, well, that's what you're supposed to do. And it's just like, this guy is busting his behind, working 2 jobs, roof over her head, and he can't get a home cooked meal. He can't even get a slice of pizza. Like, he can't even get a whole damn slice to himself. Like, it's
a pizza he basically paid for.
Yeah, of course he paid for the pizza, and he can't even get a slice. And and all the critics and the detachers of the whole travel community, you want to say passports are tricks and whatever, blah 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 blah. But man, you see the videos, you see the behavior, and you guys know what's going on. A woman's gonna talk trash or whatever. I think that's comedic. But the guys, damn well what's going on out here, and you want men to be subjected to that? Nah, man. This man is working 2 jobs and can't even get a slice of pizza for his damn self? Nah, man. And
you know something? Shout out to the African Wolf, one of my favorite YouTube titles.
I like that. Yeah, I like that name, the African.
I know, right? He says divorce.
Content creator?
No, he's just a regular brother, man.
Oh man.
But that title, man, boy, you should have a channel for some particular reason.
Right, exactly.
The African Wolf Fundraiser Foundation.
Right.
Where we save the wolves in Africa. But I know, right? It's just such a cool name. And he said divorce, no hesitation. But I would say this, and I got a video coming up, a live stream coming up on this real soon, in regards to divorce is not enough. A lot of times we think that once I divorce, I'm good. Not in the
Right.
United States, you ain't. The
Right.
war has just started.
Yep.
So we got a live stream coming up in a couple of weeks called "Divorce is Not Enough in the United States."
Oh.
And so we're going to be talking and discussing about things that, okay, if it's not enough, what else is on the table? Because at the end of the day, just like you were describing the situation with the brother and is it just me, Jay? Is it sometimes like, you know, when you watch a movie and you screaming into the screen, run, girl, run, Jason, go get you, run.
Yep.
And that's how you feel about some of these YouTube videos that you see when a dude come home to problematic situations with his woman. And you notice now the skit, you can tell. You can hear the pain. You can hear the pain in the guy. And you really want to just jump through the screen and say, brother, if I could just lead you to the post office to get your passport, because what you are is not a simp. You just a man in demand in the wrong land. I'm gonna say that again. What he is in that scenario, hardworking, paying all the bills, provision, visionary for the family. That's not a simp. That's a real man. That's masculinity in its finest. That's masculinity 4.0 for some people.
Yep.
But that what he is as a man is not in demand in America. What he is as a man is in demand in another land.
Right.
Many of you brothers in the comment section, you don't need nothing else. You don't need a counselor for the most part. So sometimes I needed a counselor, but for the most part, you don't need another job. You don't need to move to another state. Some of you just need a passport to take that which makes you great in the States to another location. And then all of a sudden in Thailand, that which you doing already, you would have got that whole pizza and one slice would have been missing. You would have came to Colombia, you wouldn't have had to worry about a pizza because it would have been a whole meal waiting for you. Right. You would have came to other locations around the world, and you would have been spoiled with those same behavior patterns. Right. We're not saying that you need to change the type of man that you need to be in another state or in other countries. We're saying that the man that you are is in demand in other countries.
Exactly.
If y'all don't get the super chat, if y'all don't stop playing and get them super chats up for James, I don't know what y'all doing. I don't know what's going on around
absolutely,
here.
Man. Come on, man. Yeah, man. This is Kevin.
I don't know what's going on. Y'all don't listen.
This is Kevin Samuel's birthday, man.
As soon as one of these female YouTubers have something on here, y'all ready to throw in $100 super chats, $50 super chats. So I know brothers ain't broke. Because as soon as a female YouTuber would have said the exact same thing that me and James was saying, y'all have been soon chatting y'all butts off. So go ahead and show support to your man James and show some love in regards to we're celebrating Kevin Samuels. We're talking about images of men, and we're giving you some gems that you know you ain't getting as soon as this live stream goes off.
Absolutely. Yeah. Speaking of super chat, shout out to the Art of Will.
Shout out to Will with his
modern
crazy
women
self.
Boxes hang lower than Jib's chain.
Will crazy.
Yeah, I know, man. Will's off the hook, man. Will is off the hook. Yeah, man. I definitely, man. You know, it was. I gotta watch it back, but I like how you said it. You said, man, I forgot how you said it though. I think you said a man's gonna be a man in the land, but it's the wrong land. It was something like that you said, but
a man is in demand.
Oh, in demand. Okay,
he's in demand, but in a foreign land. A man is in demand. Manhood, everything that's making us men, everything that dude was doing in that video that we saw was 100% how you do it. Take care of the family. Check. Don't be out there. He ain't out there cheating on his woman. Check.
Right.
He's got a full-time job and responsibilities. Check. All he expects from his woman is to take care of the home, the family, and make sure he had a plate coming home when I think he said he left a 12-hour or 16-hour shift. Yep. And all he wanted was a plate. He was right for that. Check. Only one mistake that he made. One mistake.
Yep.
He was expressing his manhood in the wrong land. I'm sorry. Manhood in the United States is not in demand. It hasn't been for years, and we don't want to admit that. Fatherhood, yes, they want your seed to exceed. Yes, they want to have babies by you, but they don't want to marry you and showcase and allow you to be the man. But in other countries, oh brothers, if you only knew, in other countries, they got billboards out here saying we need men just like you in the United States to come on down here and express that manhood. That's why it's so easy in South America for men like me to come down and find a good woman. Why? Because they're tired of the type of manhood that's expressed in their home countries, and they need a manhood that's expressed by us U.S. men, Western men, UK men, Canadian men. They need our type of manhood in their countries, in South America, in Southeast Asia, in Europe. They need American style of masculinity and manhood, not manhood you slapping upside the head, but you broke. That's South America. You sitting up there and you trying to control her, but you ain't got nothing to show for it. That's Europe. You sit up here, got her, and you control her because of tradition. That's Southeast Asia. U.S. masculinity is so much in demand because you know how to be a man, but yet there's still results behind, even being the average dude, results behind what you do. If you tell a woman, listen, I'm not about to argue with you because we're about to make this money. They know American man, when he says we're about to make this money, American man, we about to make this money. When we see an American man say, baby, we're not about to sit up here and fuss about this because I'm about to write this book. They know the American man is about to write this book. Not argue and fuss. Down here in South America, you be the brokest dude and they ruling with the iron hand. It doesn't work like that. So your type of manhood that you have in the United States is in demand around the world. Don't you ever forget that. You are not in demand in the United States. You won't be. It'll be many a year before you demand in the United States. But right now, you're the hottest commodity. You are a natural resource like water, fire, air, earth. You are the fifth element. The fifth element on this planet. Masculinity of men from the United States is in demand.
Say that. Say that. All right, let's see. The Art of Will, thank you for the super chat. Oh, hold on. Let me go back to Tim Howard really quick. Tim Howard, thank you for the super chat too, brother. I really, really appreciate that, man. Tim Howard, great moderator. Appreciate that, man. Art of Will. Let's see here. Is this a song?
There's a box hanging low, does it wibble to and fro?
Oh, okay. Yes. Yeah, I was trying to catch the melody. Okay, does her box hang low? Does it wobble to the floor? And we know those lips ain't right after 30 years old. Okay.
Why Will stupid, man? Why Will stupid? Hey, man, they need to ban Will from like good 10 YouTube channels, man. We'll be bringing it, man.
Right. Yeah. Will is the man. Will's like the Asian.
He's the jingle writer of YouTube,
man.
Yeah, he is. He is.
We'll be bringing that smoke. Oh man, thank you for the super chat, man. Thank you for the super chat. All right, so we got 2 minutes to go. We are definitely we are definitely hold on, let me see. What do you say? Tell Your Good Lies theme song is coming on in 2 minutes. Yeah, definitely. All right, so we're about to get out of here. Definitely all tune into Kevin Samuel's official YouTube channel. Dre, final thoughts.
Final thoughts is, like you just said, head over to the channel. Last thing I want to say is, remember what I just said. Your manhood is in demand. Whatever makes you depressed in the States, whatever makes you sad, whatever makes you disappointed in the States when it comes to dating and women, shake it off, brother. Because at the end of the day, I don't care if you're Asian, like my man R.I.P. Will. I don't care if you're a white brother. I don't care if you're a black brother. I don't care if you're a purple brother. You are in demand. You're just in the wrong land. Once you get into the right land, I promise you, brother, everything that makes you, you don't have to change nothing, because all those women have been waiting for you to get your happy tail to their land.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Definitely appreciate it. I appreciate you coming on, brother.
I was about to say thank you for letting me be on here with you, Jay.
Oh man, well, man,
Love you,
thank
brother.
you. Thank you for coming on, man. Love you too, brother. Love you too, man. Definitely, man. Birthday shout out to the late great Kevin Samuels. As you can see, tune into his channel. So I'm gonna be watching that as soon as it comes on. Thank you all so much. Definitely, please rewatch this video. Dre and I really dropped some gems. We were just kind of going off of what Kevin was saying, and yes, definitely we are in demand, but we are in the wrong land. And stay purposeful. I will be back tomorrow night. Definitely, this one is going to be a financial one. So for all my people that are interested in cryptocurrency, foreign exchange, definitely salute. All right, so yeah, this thing is about to pop off. So I'm definitely about to tune in now. Stay purposeful, and I'm out. Salute. Tune into Kevin Samuels' channel. All peace.